Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. Hey, you remember a while ago I posted a video, what's on your build table? And this is what was on my build table. And I said, can you guess what set this is? And a couple of people guessed pretty good. And although they guessed correctly, this set has been rebranded, so they really kind of didn't guess correctly. Let me tell you why. This is clearly a Wange set, W-A-N-G-E, Wange, and it also gets branded under that Legao name. So I was searching online for some buildings, and I found this cool Lego-like house for about $40. And wow, that's an amazing price. If this was Lego, you'd be paying, what, $60 to $100? Really depends. Put the Simpsons name in front of it, then it's a $150 house. It's a cool-looking house. It's got a lot of detail. The yard, very cool. You got that tree. It's supposed to be an apple tree. The apples didn't want to stay in it, and that's not a fault of Wange, except it's a design fault. Those green branches, whether it's Lego or Sluban or Wange or anybody, they just don't ever want to stay together. You really need some glue on something like this. So I didn't put the apples in there because I didn't want to bump it. The yard has a lot of detail. You see there's a lot of flowers. You have the very cool fencing around there. They have a seesaw or teeter-totter, depending on what you call it, where you live. That little playground thing to play in the yard. You have a little table and some chairs. And what was very cool is the walkways. You have the front walkway. Well, it depends what the front door is. You have that front walkway, which is black and white big stripes. And then you have the checkerboard, very cool, black and white checkerboard walkway to that back door there. Amazing. You have all these doors and windows that open. You see the doors are glass front. Very cool. You have a lot of attention to detail. You have these little lights and things on the windows and over the windows. Amazing. That little porch. Or if you're in Hawaii, you'd call it a lanai. You got that porch up there. Really cool, where you can look out over your front yard. Now, if you look at the back of this, there's not much in the house. It's empty. You're going to have to build your own furniture. Hey, very cool. Build your own furniture. Decide what you want. A lot of playability. So, it's a very cool set. It has just over 800-ish pieces, and I say that because on some of the boxes I've seen it say 816, I've seen 815, I've seen 795 for this set. Now what's interesting about this set, about the rebranding, this was rebranded as a Dimple Child Mini Bricks Toy Villa Family House Set. 816 pieces sold by Dimple Child. Dimple Child, who is that? So if you go on Amazon, type in Dimple Child, you'll come up with all these imported Chinese toys. It appears to be an either US-based importer or possibly, a Hong Kong-based importer, pretend to be, I don't know. So it's a sticker. If you look on the box where it says Dimple Child, that is a sticker put over the Legao or Wange symbol that's printed on this box. Very, very bizarre. So I could order a bunch of these things from, let's say, China, and then I can just make BM22 stickers and stick it right over it. So you'd still see the front of the box where it would say Creation and Villa. And then in the corner where you'd brand name, I stick the Beanmeister22 product line on there. And that was silly. I'd never heard of Dimple Child. Oh, let me try that out. But I'd seen this design before, that Wange has a series of 4 or 5 houses like this, and they're usually reasonably priced around $40 or $39. But the shipping is how they get you. I'm looking at a different house right now. It's a Wange Building Blocks Toy Villa, 909 pieces, set number 34051. Very similar to this house, same colors, slightly different design, which is cool because you could make a whole neighborhood of 4 or 5 houses that are all about the same color and look roughly that they match, but they're definitely different. So that Wange one, in this Creation Villa product line, I'm looking at that, and I'm saying, oh, what is going on here? Dimple Child? I mean, I recognize the product line, but Dimple Child, I never heard of them. And as we already know, all parts are Lego compatible, ABS safe plastic. Everything's ABS plastic these days. And then it says brand new factory sealed box. Of course it is, ages 6 and up. So yeah, it's a Wange or a Legao set with a Dimple Child sticker right there on the front of it. That's kind of a fail, but this set is not a fail. This set is very cool. No clutching problems. A lot of attention to detail. That tree was a pain to put together. The roof line looks really cool, but look on the top of the roof. You see how it slopes up? That's one of those Lego brick designs, or any brick design really, that's really a pain when you're building it because you're balancing, It looks really cool when you're done. It's an amazing looking roof. But what they didn't do there is on the roof cap, they really needed to put the flat pieces. They did it up on the peak right above the front door, but they need to do it across the whole thing to make it sturdier. Has this fallen apart? Of course not. The tree fell over. Yeah, that happens, right? So really, we're going to modify this and actually do something on that roof cap. Maybe just take kind of pointed piece or a cap piece that really goes up to flat there. If it's going to be flat, put a flat piece. Otherwise, put a little pointy piece on there. We have them in our Lego bricks, so we need to put them on there. Design fail there, right? But really, how many Lego sets or brick sets do we get that are 100% as cool or as good as we like them? There's a lot going on in this set. I look in that yard, you got all those flowers, and you got the tree, and the big tree, and the bush, and the table, and the picnic table, and the tea. There's a lot going on here. Great attention to detail. Amazing. That black and white checkerboard, really, that's what sold me on this. Wow. Let me tell you something I didn't like. The instructions, oh, they were not all that good. Something about these instructions, it wasn't self-explanatory, because when you're getting started, you had to count the little studs there to find out exactly where to start that checkerboard thing. Because that was one of the first things they wanted you to do was build that checkerboard sidewalk. And a couple times I was off and had to make some changes. So I really started with about where the sidewalk should be, and then I built the fence around there and then put the base of the house and kind of went back and did the sidewalk. I really didn't like that. Instructions aren't horrible. It's an amazing set. For around $40, this house, you're not going to touch anything like this with Lego. It's Lego quality. It's just very cool. Apple tree, that's a neat idea, but it just doesn't want to really stay together that well. That's really not their fault either. Then Lego has the same problems. That table, I mean, it's okay. Very cool set, worth buying, $40, an amazing price. Do not be afraid of the dimpled child name on this. It's a Wange set, a Legao set. Remember, in the past, Wange and Legao has been horrible quality. They're slew band quality now. They're okay. They're great. For $40, it's an amazing price and an amazing set. And if you're in the U.S., don't be afraid of that dimpled child name, but know what you're getting here. $40, very cool set. This is worth $50, probably $60. I wouldn't want to pay much more than $60. But hey, very cool. I'll do some more of these. And for those of you who guessed it's a Wange set, hey, yes, you are correct. It's a Wange set. But I tricked you because somebody put a dimple child sticker around it before they sold it to me. Hey, what do you think? So, what's on your build table? Have you built any of these? Have you built a Wange or Legao set recently? Because they're better now than they were even 2 years ago when I first built one. Leave your comments in the comments section. And hey, as always, thanks for watching. And come on, Lego, can't you build a house like this for $40? Yeah. Oh well, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.